It's here again, the Air Power Conference with Kakra, the Walking Bible.
The blessing of the Lord makes a man great. You can have degree and still not be great. You can even have money and still not be great. It takes the blessing of the Lord to be great.
Don't miss this year's Air Power Conference in the following districts: Kintampo on Wednesday 21st February 2018, venue the Methodist Church of Ghana, Wesley Society Auditorium. In Kwanzaa on Thursday 22nd February 2018, venue Emmanuel Assemblies of God Auditorium. Wenchi on Friday 23rd February 2018, venue Assemblies of God Auditorium, Gospel Light Revival Center near the Pony Goyle filling station. There'll be 2 sessions on each day, 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. For enquiries, contact 0249 217272. That's 0249 217272. Air Power, teaching the nations with signs and wonders.
This message is brought to you by the friends and partners of Kakra. Welcome to Air Power with Kakra, teaching the nations with signs and wonders. Kakra is the senior pastor of the Morning Star Cathedral, Lighthouse Chapel International, Accra, Ghana. Now, today's message.
Welcome. Today, Kakra delves into a popular subject plaguing many Christians today with his new series titled How to Deal with Sexual Pressures. Let's join him as he introduces his subject.
A lot of people ask me this particular question. How can I overcome fornication? How can I overcome adultery? How can I overcome masturbation? How can I overcome pornography? It is the number one problem. So today I want to talk about how to deal with sexual pressure. I'm going to put it all together. Now the word pressure, it means to force somebody. It means to influence somebody. Pressure. Like how Delilah pressured Samson. When I say sexual, what do I mean? I want to read a scripture, Galatians 55 verse 19. It says that the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. In other words, the human flesh itself, there are certain things that it always wants to do, naturally speaking. Then it gives a list. Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and lasciviousness. Now these are brothers, they are all interrelated, but with different shades and colors. So what is adultery? Well, adultery is when a married person has sex with somebody who is not married or married. In Matthew 5:27, Jesus said, "You have heard that it has been said, thou shalt not commit adultery." Jesus said, "But I say to you, if any man looketh on a woman to lust after her in his heart, he has already committed adultery in his heart." Ask your neighbor, when was the last time you committed adultery? The next one it talks about fornication. This is when people who are not married have sex. In 1 Corinthians 5:1, Paul said, "It is reported commonly that there is fornication amongst you. Even such fornication as has not been named amongst the Gentiles." In other words, even the unbelievers are not deep into fornication like that. Paul continued and said, "You are puffed up and have not rather mourned, that he that has done this deed might be taken away from amongst you." One of the effects of fornication is pride. You will realize that even if you have a husband who goes into adultery, suddenly he becomes very proud. Or a wife. So sometimes when you see somebody has changed, suddenly become very proud. Suspect what? Fornication. Something is wrong. Uncleanness. Now that word uncleanness, the root meaning means impurity. Now what is that? In Romans 1:24, Bible says, "Wherefore God gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their bodies." It says sometimes God can just give you up to uncleanness. What is that? 26. Even the women leaving the natural use of the women. There's something called natural use. Your sexual organs are supposed to be used naturally. Any unnatural use, something is wrong. My mouth is for eating. If I start putting food in my eyes, something is wrong. The last one, it says, lasciviousness. Now, lasciviousness, what does it mean? It means that which arouses sexual desires. Sometimes there is some kind of music. It's not good for you. When I was young, there was a popular cool music. It was called sexual healing. But if you listen to that music, you'll buy condoms. That music, hey, it's not good at all. So these are all types of sexual sins that the Bible describes.
Thanks for joining us. Today we learned from scripture that sexual sins come in various forms: fornication, adultery, uncleanness, and lasciviousness. Join us same time tomorrow for the continuation of this powerful message. Before we leave, here is a praise report to boost your faith in the Lord. My wife has taken seed. Dear Kakra, I requested prayers for my wife for the fruit of the womb. After your prayer, she went for a scan, having complained of severe waist pains. Lo and behold, she received confirmation from the doctor that she had taken seed for barely 2 weeks. Glory be to God.
Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you.